Arne Slot's text messages from Jurgen Klopp and ex-Liverpool manager's opinion of him. Arne Slot is under increasing pressure at Liverpool following a dismal run of form, but the Dutchman was given the seal of approval by Jurgen Klopp following his appointment. Jurgen Klopp backed Liverpool's successor, Arne Slot, long before the Dutchman's current struggles at Anfield. The Reds boss finds himself facing renewed pressure following Sunday's 3-0 hammering at Manchester City, marking his 7th loss in their past 10 matches. The outcome has left Liverpool languishing in 8th place in the Premier League, with Slot shelving any discussion of a title challenge for now. The international break offers a chance to regroup before the campaign's most grueling stretch, something Klopp knows all too well. Yet despite the mounting pressure surrounding Anfield, supporters can take comfort in knowing Klopp himself endorsed Slot's appointment. The German even revealed he'd exchanged messages with the former Feyenoord boss before his arrival on Merseyside. Arne, yeah, really good coach, he told ESPN last year following Slot's appointment. I was really happy when I heard that Liverpool was going for Arne Slot. I wasn't involved in anything, it should not be like that, and I'm not this kind of guy in the background still having some strings and stuff. I don't want that. The club is too big, too good. The people are too good. A lot of things changed since we left. But the only concern for me was, will they get a good coach? Liverpool was early, and Liverpool got a top solution. In Arne Slot's debut season at Anfield was a resounding success, as Liverpool practically strolled to the Premier League title. They were even on the brink of an unprecedented treble, if only a few other results had swung their way. Klopp, who is rumoured to be considering a return to Anfield, left a massive void at his old haunt, but Slot quickly proved he was up to the task. When quizzed about any communication he'd had with his successor, Klopp revealed he'd sent Slot texts after his appointment was announced, though he didn't divulge the specifics of their chat. We spoke 1 or 2 times at the start. I think we texted a few more times, but there is nothing I can tell him what he couldn't know himself, he added. Right now from my side, just to give positive feedback in the beginning, because we are all human beings, and he worked his socks off. I know that because the tour is super intense in a year when you have Euros and Copa, you don't have the team together, but they come, you have 1 week until the first match day, and stuff like that. So I think he had similar situation, but exactly the same situation? Definitely not. When I saw the games, that's why I watched it. Not to think, oh, how does it look? The work he did was obvious. The idea is obvious, and that's the best you can say about the coach fast forward to the present day. And Liverpool's dip in form has left many puzzled. A record-breaking summer of spending had teed the Reds as clear favourites to clinch consecutive Premier League titles, yet a lack of chemistry in certain areas has hindered their chances. Slot now has 2 weeks to gear up for their next challenge at Nottingham Forest after the international break, and he can only hope the fans maintain the same faith Klopp once demonstrated in his ability to steer things back on course. Premier League cult hero rules: 1 club out of title race, ahead of Manchester City versus Liverpool. Arsenal's slip-up at Sunderland has opened the door for Liverpool, or Manchester City, to cut the gap on Mikel Arteta's men, but 1 rival club has been ruled out of the title race. Arsenal dropping points at Sunderland may have opened the door for their title rivals ahead of Liverpool's trip to Manchester City. But Schalke Hislop insists Chelsea are 1 club who won't be in the mix for the Premier League crown. The Blues cantered to a 3-0 win over sorry Wolves on Saturday night to move up to 2nd in the table, ahead of both the reigning champions and City, who meet in a mouth-watering clash at the Etihad on Sunday. Arsenal are still ahead of the leading pack though, with a 7-point advantage over City, with Liverpool a point further back. Chelsea's win means they are 6 points off Mikel Arteta's early pace setters. But Hislop has already seen enough of Chelsea to rule them out of the running for the title. When the former Newcastle and Portsmouth goalkeeper was asked if the Blues could win the Premier League on ESPN, Hislop replied, No chance. Should I give you a percentage? 0.5%. They won't win the league. If you offered me 1,000 to 1 for Chelsea to win the league, I still wouldn't take that bet right now. Liverpool legend Steve Nicol then interjected, adding he would be surprised if Chelsea were to win the league, but that it was wrong to disregard them outright. Hislop, though, was having none of it and replied, Yes, you can say Chelsea will never win the title this season. You can. Enzo Maresca feels his team are moving in the right direction after putting Wolves to the sword at Stamford Bridge, courtesy of goals from Malo Gusto, João Pedro, and Pedro Neto. However, the Italian admitted he was concerned about dispatching the Premier League's basement club ahead of the game. "I was very worried before this game," he explained. "These are the worst games, they're tricky. Everyone is thinking it's going to be easy." I can understand first half people were not happy because we didn't score. Then when Willian Estevan came on, the energy raised because people love that kind of player. Arne Slot could have Alexander Isak back in the Liverpool squad for Sunday's Premier League meeting with Manchester City. The Sweden international resumed training with his teammates on Friday, having been sidelined for 4 matches due to injury. Slot did, though, caution that Isak will require time to get back up to full speed after missing several weeks of action. "I know that I said 3 weeks ago that his pre-season has ended, so now it's time for us to see where he is. But I have to come back to those words," said Slot at his pre-match press conference. "Because if you are 3 weeks only with the rehab, that doesn't bring you back to the levels he was 3 weeks ago. Although our rehab team is doing an incredible job. But you cannot compare rehab with games of football or training sessions with the team. As much as we try to replicate it, that's simply not possible. So again, I have to say, give him some time." Pep Guardiola revealed at his own pre-match briefing that Rodri is unlikely to be involved in the fixture, having been absent in the Champions League in midweek 2. "We'll see tomorrow, but I think we won't take a risk," the City boss said of the midfielder. Now it's the international break afterwards. You have to define the moment that he feels strong, feels fit, and can sustain the actions. The actions in the game are so demanding, and so he can sustain it properly. To make that step, we are still in November. The best part of the season is ahead of us, and we need him. Still, we are playing without the Ballon d'Or winner of 2 seasons ago, a massively important player for us, and we are desperate to have him back. But knowing that Nico right now has become a really important and good player. On the challenge he expects this weekend, Guardiola, for whom this match is the 1000th in his career as a manager, added, "We know the rival that we have. I saw the game against Madrid. The quality they have in all positions is outstanding. So it's a top team. We are with our people. Hopefully they come to celebrate my anniversary in the stadium, and together we can beat an important rival." Arne Slot makes Hugo Ekitike demand as Star's agent in exit talks. Liverpool enter their blockbuster Premier League clash against Manchester City, full of confidence after besting Real Madrid 1-0 in the Champions League. There's a renewed feel-good feeling around Liverpool, who head into their league clash with Manchester City with the utmost confidence. The Reds secured a 1-0 victory against Real Madrid in the Champions League on Tuesday to mark back-to-back victories across all competitions for the first time since September. On top of the positive result, it was yet another improved performance from Arne Slot's side, who appear to be on the right track after a run of 6 defeats in 7 games. The 2-0 win over Aston Villa, which preceded their European triumph, lifted the reigning league champions to 3rd in the table. But they remain 7 points behind league leaders Arsenal. With an improved morale surrounding Anfield, the Reds can finally look forward, but face another stern test on Sunday as they travel to the Etihad Stadium to take on Pep Guardiola's side. Ahead of the clash involving the 2 clubs that have gone head-to-head for almost a decade, Hugo Ekitike has been challenged to improve by his manager, while Ibrahima Konate's uncertain future once again hits the headlines, takes a look at the latest news surrounding the Merseyside Giants. The Frenchman has been one of Liverpool's best players since arriving at the club in a £79 million deal in July. With 6 goals to his name across all competitions, he is currently the Reds' top scorer. With his unique set of skills, including a near-perfect touch, his ability to link up with teammates, and excellent finishing ability, the 23-year-old looks set to be a major part of Liverpool's attacking force for years to come. While he's been subject to widespread praise from fans and media alike, Slot has admitted the striker must improve his winning rate in aerial duels given his 6'3" frame. Speaking in his pre-match press conference, the Dutchman said, "That is what makes him special. If you're that tall and your footwork is as good as his, that's what makes him special. If you're so tall, he needs to be stronger in duels.